Most certainly is. Whether it's going to be fast or slow is yet to be determined. Would appear that they're just going to be slowly edging their way up. Jumping across, flashbang as well. DHA did spot a couple of players crossing, but can't do much about it. Smoke in his eyes, and he takes a stray bullet to the dome as well. Won't be put down as a result, but Spinks is making moves behind. Torzy has this angle covered and will not miss that chance. In doing so, Hades has come back with 2 massive kills of his own, but BMAS can line them up and knock him down. Snappy and Madden both burst out, and Torzy was last seen watching the flank. They know roughly where he is, but he's still connecting the headshots. Oh, Torzy, that's absolutely disgusting. But Snappy does have the kit. And there's a smoke down on the site, can go in for this again. Tickles the bomb, Torzy goes for the sprays, missing everything, whips out the knife and shanks Snappy to clutch the round out. A beautiful 1v3 from the Hungarian.
What a...
Far off on the scout shot, connecting the kill. And DHA stuck on the staircase, still puts that deagle to use. Off to a decent start is the poll. But may not be good enough as MOUZ are now constricting onto the site, taking the angles. Smoke's about to vacate though on both jungle and also CT. Scouts landed for the second time, so a couple players are exceptionally low here on the side of MOUZ, and they're now being finished off. Frozen 38 HP, BMAS 12, 1 bullet to either and they could be gone. Spinks and Hades both healthy, and the bomb is dropped down in the middle of the site. This is looking a bit grim now for MOUZ.
It's very grim. A tag a piece from the deagle to the scout. Any bullets from either of the 2 CTs and are done for. BMAS will be found. Now it's all on Frozen. And that's overkill from Sphinx. And ENCE, they answer back. Achievements ENCE have managed to get this year, but they're more than capable of holding their own. First buy is going to be coming out here for the side of ENCE, and it's going to be JDC leading the way. Flash is going to blind him. That's a bit of a team flash there, and Snappy will pluck him.
Yeah, and being joined by Spinks as well, the crossfire they have set up onto this site is looking far too powerful, far too deadly. They're taking a lot of damage through the smoke, though. And now Spinks has been finished off. D has now joined the party as he tosses in the nade and systematic shutdown onto the B-apps.
Not much to work with. Might be just seeing a clean execute coming out and hoping the AK-47s can find a few kills.
Hades is effectively alone for the time being, although Madden wasn't connected. He can now turn his attention over onto the bomb site. Flash is good, lands in the eyes of Madden, they follow it up, and JDC and BMAS just straight through. There's nothing intricate about this strat, but the headshots connecting thick and fast, and that is gigantic for MOUZ. However, DHA still in with a chance, still in with a sniff, as the AWP from Hades does connect. He did see just the leg of Torzy get round the corner, who's trying to open up with the deagle. Frozen, in the meanwhile, makes short work of Snappy, down to a 2-on-2. But Frozen is in such a difficult position to deal with, although the smoke has come down, trying to defuse this in amongst the smoke, and Frozen's run out of ammunition. He may assume that they're off the bomb plant right now, and a spray is awry again. ENCE defused fully underneath the nose of Frozen and BMAS.
BMAS, he's having a hell of a game here. 12-5. Now Frozen tucked in, spots the head. Sphinx going to take the fight. Yes, he is. He's going to actually got to get the dink, but it is going to be through the edge of the wall. But now Hades lies in wait. He's not going to scope. He doesn't want to give away his position. But now the scope comes in. They need to cross on over. Catches BMAS jumping across, and a second as well. And ENCE, they will stay alive. But again, some point, they need to pivot back. And there we go. Utility being lobbed in towards A. It's a bit of a ruse. And they have just abandoned the B bomb site. This could be the perfect call coming in from MOUZ.
Just got that little bit sweeter as well. Dexter has given them a 2-player advantage now. Snappy getting up close. Does have the off angle. Bomb gets dropped down, but it's going to be retrieved very quickly and planted. Just a few moments after. D-Hat, not sure if he was trying to jump up to the catwalk, but it may end up costing his life, as Torzy was there, laid in wait with the AWP. And that will be the red light shone in the eyes of Spinks. And he will oblige. Goes to save his M4. MOUZ certainly will. See if we get to that level, though. Smoke's now being deployed early on. They're not waiting around here. Oh, the tease. You said it. Dex has had a slow game. Well, that's a huge, rapid entry frag straight to the dome. But Snappy around the back, spraying down 2. This won't facilitate any more defensive maneuvers, though. They have to wait a bit longer for that rotation to come in, and now DHA makes the most as the smoke start to fade, start to clear. Torzy stuck in an awkward position, but still nails the shot. 3 HP separates him from his demise and ENCE from a 7th round. The timing is everything. Torzy still has the opportunity to KO Snappy with 1 bullet, but he's concerned. Snappy was last spotted at top middle. This is going to be a call to potentially rotate back to the B side of the map, or he's just checking his back instead. Oh, this is going to come down to that timing, Blair. This honestly could still go the way of Torzy, even with 3 HP.
Oh, absolutely. If he gets a bomb down, then he has the advantage, 3 HP or not, considering the weapon he's wielding. Snappy, he's gotten to his own head. Now he's going to be pivoting back. 18 seconds. Torzy still being very quiet. Numbers will be punching. Advantage to Torzy right now, Vince. It was a 1v2 with 3 HP, and he might just win this for his team.
Snappy has a smoke. He also is here fast enough that I think he knows that Torzy is in the CT spawn side. He's going to peek in. This should be Torzy winning the round, but the smoke does come out. Peeks just before it plumes and clutches again for MOUZ.
Can't get the timing right. It's going to be very, very hard as JDC boosts it up. Will get the trade. A bit delayed, but he finds it. Smoke's pluming inside of Connector. It's going to be a bit suffocating there. MOUZ at 55 seconds. Still have a lot of time to work within Madden's been spotted. Bemis knows exactly where he is.
Ooh, it's late, but he does get the job done. However, DH has the cross. Molotov is in position. May not affect him. First kill goes his way. Needs to be clean headshots, though. And so Dexter can bypass that position. Molly thrown in to try and counter any more players crossing. So they go deep instead onto Sandwich. And Snappy is also alongside Diha, moving in from the CT side. 2-pronged retake comes into play as the plan has come into fruition. Frozen, though, takes the head of Snappy, and Diha is the next on the chopping block. The guillotine comes down. No frills. It looks like it's going to be a push, but this is pushing into 4 players. This is a stack, and Dexter's got the first. Flash is good. They can come back with kills. Diha with 2. Dexter comes in again for another frag before he spilled down from Spinks. 2-on-2 now. There's damage done to Diha. But because this has been so rapid, they're not sure where these last 2 CTs are. They also need to go back and pick up the bomb. They could even pull the plug and get out of here. The timing against JDC, but he's going to stabilize. Somehow he survives this one, Diha, on 3 HP before Torzy will put him down permanently. 9-7.
Sphinx towards the A ramp and Palace position. Madden picking up the bomb. The fact that they haven't had any man early towards B apartments, we can deduce the fact that it will be a hit coming in towards a Snappy. Oh, brilliantly played. Takes down the IGL of MOUZ.
Second round in a row that he's had such an important, impactful entry frag. Last time it was on ramp. And this on Connector. And it's going to filter out the CTs that little bit more. Keep in mind, they put all of their money, all of their dollars and cents into this round. Good frag from JDC. Grenade does pretty much nothing in return. And now from the cross, Hades and Snappy activate into 2 kills of their own. Torzy and BMAS against the ropes. And to make matters worse, because they have no control over window, it's going to be a difficult route for them to back away and try and save if that's what the call ends up being. It looks like they are going to bypass the window control and position into a spot where they could feasibly save these 2 weapons. But keep in mind, it is a Scout and an MP9. They're not able to retain any control over these rifles. So it will be a little bit of a toothless save, a lack of investment into the next round.
Yeah, they would have loved to get their paws on the rifle.
And Palace locking down the triple box for the time being. Only 30 seconds to spare, though, and Spinks has been bested. This is looking very comfortable for MOUZ. They may not lose a single player, which is exactly what they were hoping for, considering their money was in dire straits.
Yeah, less than 50 points of damage being taken
into his shell. He wants to come out swinging. And be careful what you wish for, though, because he's going to get peeped by 4 players. Deals a fatal blow to Madden, but traded out instantly afterwards. BMAS now has a beeline towards the Connector side, but he gets traded out additionally. D-Hat and Spinks still in with a shot. 40 seconds to spare, but now it all falls upon Spinks. He should be able to finalize the bomb plant bare minimum. But now two players will be headed in his direction. Frozen and JDC both get hit by that flash. He's about to get flanked though from Frozen, who sweeps him aside. And although ENCE got the plant, it's easily diffused.
Can't believe JDC actually gets the kill.
Bomb now gets denied just before being planted down as Frozen shows his hand, finally snatching the life away. Bomb in such an awkward position, but they can retrieve it. Going in for the plant now, Frozen's position compromised. Madden removes him from the situation. With the smoke on jungle, it's kept the remaining CT stuck here. Flash out, but no effect onto Madden, who can keep his crosshair trained on connector, where Torzi is trying desperately to get some impact in. Madden runs out of ammunition though. He has no bullets left, but still takes the head off of Torzi, digs him down to 8 HP. JDC is still here, and he gets killed by a flashbang, but Hades is alive, and he can play the time and take this round down. What a chaotic round this ended up being.
The team flash, Vince, the team flash for Madden, he had it. He played that one to perfection, but a team flash ruined his day, but in the end, Hades saving his team. Fast from ENCE, but they are getting met by a hail of bullets.
It's fast, and it's loose, and it's dangerous, and they've been punished. Now MOUZ, player advantage. Desperately needed this, by the way, because of their buy. They had very low investment in terms of utility. So this is doing them the world of good, just taking these heads off. BMAS with another one. And now Snappy is the last man standing in Underpass. Has the bomb, but everything else has spiraled out of control. But he could do a good job of whittling down the economy, whittling down a couple of weapons, a few nades here and there into the next round if he can get more success. Still has time as well here. Grenade won't be doing much. And surely the second he starts to push into connector, he's going to get swiped from one side, goes into the window, and Frozen is there to push him back out. We're tied.
It's going to be a pincer.
Well-timed smoke. Frozen wanted to go for a quick look. Smoke in the eyes, though, of the connector contingent. And there's 4 players here. They're lining up. DEIXA maybe called upon. The awkward Torzi was forced away. DEIXA sprays in for 2. It's not going to be a third, but he's done more than enough as Frozen is here as well. And they've locked it down. The force buy simply does not work. Last chance saloon on ENCE. Smoke's coming in. And Nuke potentially just around the corner. Smoke also tossed into Palace. It stops Spinks from being able to explode out here. Flashes are in, but it's doing more harm than good to the tees. Spray from DEIXA, not for the first time, on point. 2 kills go to him. Warp shot through the smoke, nearly finishes off Madden. Down to 9, finished off by the nade. And MOUZ will take their choice of map. Last time they played this, ENCE get a 4K in the pistol round with these very weapons, with this very position, but it won't be the same on the side of Frozen. D-Hat and Spinks explode into the site and get the bomb planted down.
And this retake so disconnected as well, but the timing is brilliant for JDC. Hades will fall. BMAS is making a lot of noise as well. They have a kit as well to work with here, Vince.
They do. BMAS is drawing away 1 set of eyeballs up onto Heaven. An important trade is forthcoming now. Spinks will get the drop from behind, and there is D-Hat from below. ENCE will take the pistol.
Guy who dropped a 30 bomb in Mirage. Molotov making life very uncomfortable. He's going to be caught out in the open and whittled away and caught out. Dex, actually D-Hat. Oh, the second kill as well, tapping away onto Frozen. And Torzi didn't have a chance, Vince. He didn't have a chance at all. As Madden continuing to put in the pain, JDC will be dropped as well, and only one remains standing. It's BMAS, surrounded on all sides.
I mean, you finally get a buy. You get Torzi with an AWP in his hands.
Grim start, but that's much better. Dexter, though, looking for more. Second kill as well. Still staying alive inside of the smoke, but his days should be numbered. He needs backup. Torzi's there.
Doesn't necessarily need to move, but once that smoke clears, then Dexter's going to be living on borrowed time. I say that, though, but he still puts the bullet onto Madden. And maybe there is a way back in here as Dexter continues to just excel. A 4K for him? Absolutely. Even a 1-for-1 trade may not be good enough. But if he can get the kill into Snappy, stay alive and hot, that is going to be a very big pain in the ass for ENCE on the approach because someone has to go and get rid of him first. He knows he's encircled though. He knows there's multiple players here, and it is Spinks that deals the fatal damage. There's no one here to help him out. The CTs were so slow in the rotations. Now Spinks can line them up. Nearly gets the double spray. Frozen puts an end to him, but with his teammate being put down in the form of Dexter, now they know exactly where he's coming from. He nearly catches an unaware Hades with a knife out. The fact that Hades was able to scamper off to the top of Hut and keep alive puts so much more pressure on Frozen. He has just picked up a kit, still has a molly, a smoke, and a flash, but misses out on the spray, and ENCE take the 5-2 lead.
Fire. This position, Sphinx was ready for him, but Torzy's so quick on the trigger. Nade sails in. Oh, doesn't deal enough damage though. Just chips away a little too short of their position. Information gleaned as Torzy gets caught out in midair. Diha plucks him down into the ground. Look at the speed. Look at the pace being set here by ENCE.
Why would you jump up with an AWP there? I'm so confused. Like, what are you going to gain from that? Maybe info, but the risk versus reward doesn't seem worth it, you know?
Absolutely. Remember, Diha's all by his lonesome. In the meantime, two-prong attack here. Frozen needs to survive. He'll do one better. He will get the kill. That's Danger Man taken care of, but ramp control has been wrested by ENCE in the meantime. But JDC smartly not looking to take the fight, but the three members are dropping on down. JDC has to be a turret.
Yeah, you feel like he has to get at least one kill, maybe two, and he gets caught Madden on the approach, but Dexter's there, gets the frag, drops the doors into position. Grenades going too far behind him. Hades, I think he got dinked by Dexter, but survives on 9 HP and still puts his AWP down range. Frozen, who's moving in, should get the drop. Snappy, though, surviving. More damage inflicted. Frozen down on 12, and now the smoke is in decon. It feels like maybe MOUZ have missed their chance. That door of opportunity comes slamming closed in their face. Flashbang out. They need Torcy if they're going to realistically go for this one, and I'm not sure they should with the time being this low on the fuse. It has to be quick. It has to be now. Even with that pick, there's not going to be enough time. BMAS comes in for a frag. Hades could be going down on 9 HP, but the time is gone. The bomb will detonate. Hades may very well go down as a result, but BMAS surviving doesn't change the fact.
No. 5 HP. Still. Yeah. Smartly. He knows where both the players are. This is smart from him, just keeping them at bay. That's information gleaned. They know where two of the defenders are. And looking at Madden's position, this is looking grim for MOUZ.
Oh, he's getting so much information, but BMAS puts him down at least. Allows MOUZ to keep a couple players downstairs as Torcy is going from strength to strength, better late than never to show up. Hades, 5 HP, Snappy, 48 HP, and Dexter about to show his hand from main. Snappy may very well bounce back, but it's only going to be on short amounts of HP remaining and time, and from above, Frozen will strike. MOUZ do pick up the last round of the half.
So ENCE are feeling comfortable. A fast hit coming in towards the upper bomb site, and Sphinx looking dazed and confused will fall. The duelie's getting nothing done.
That is 100% him making a mistake or I don't know, panicking. Dropping down on their heads there was not the play whatsoever. We'll see if it ends up costing them dearly, though, as Snappy is still putting down the kills. Hades from the backside gets traded out. Bomb planted in amongst all of this, but it's down to Frozen. 1 on 4 has picked up 2 frags already, and a third as well. Forces him off the site. It was so nearly so perfect, but instead he will be pipped to the post on the last hurdle, and ENCE will claim the second pistol.
Heartbreak again for MOUZ. They get the crucial this. Frozen still looking outside by his lonesome. The remaining members grouping up towards ramp. Snappy needs to be careful. He doesn't want to be caught off position, but Hades with the up. The timing could be everything, and he's going to find JDC.
Yeah, and Snappy's there as well. This is such a good lockdown. It was really propagated off Hades landing the first shot and forcing MOUZ into an aggressive retaliation. And it played into their hands perfectly. And now MOUZ only have Frozen. And considering they went in for a force, no real money left in the bank. He needs to have impact, and Spinks will have him on the cross. ENCE are looking good to take us to a third map.
A myth propagated due to a fake nature documentary.
As a species, we're kind of assholes, aren't we, sometimes?
Yes, we are, Vince. Yes, we are. But sometimes we have some redeeming qualities. Sometimes. Madden catches JDC, who will fall to his death from above. Bemis is waiting to catch DEIXA off guard. DEIXA. Oh, tiniest of angle to Frozen gifts Hades the kill.
Yeah, this is just looking like the last few moments of life in MOUZ on Nuke, and Hades is putting them down quickly. At least he's administering the mercy kill. No torture here, just finish them off quick. Get across the overpass. In total, Hades looking to try and mix up his angles. A flashbang lands right in his face, and he has to shoot off. And in doing so, he gives his position away. He is at least allowed the ability to fall back onto the B site. Madden, in the meanwhile, though, this timing is going to work against him, because Dexter's already bypassed the garage, and Madden has no idea. Oh, this is going to absolutely wreck the CTs. They have no idea at all, and they've also rotated everyone downstairs to B.
This is a disaster. There is no one on the upper bomb site, and it's too late. Dexter's already gone on in. Dexter spots a player out, instant headshot. Looking for more, he will be found, but what did he do with the information they've gleaned? Frozen's got the kill here, and Hades now lurking around inside a mini. It's a 2 versus 4. 40 seconds on the clock. So low is Frozen, and now a 3v2. They're coming in to the belly of the beast that is Hades. He will find one before he finally gets dropped, and it's down to Snappy now. 1 versus 2.
Coming up from the vent is going to be such a difficult ask, but I almost guaranteed got spotted by JDC. Yeah, he's looking into the vents. I was worried there that JDC was going to go in for that tight angle and get blocked off by the yellow beam. And then Snappy was going to be able to get up, actually, and maybe even get the drop onto him. So it would appear that it's going to be another save. Starting to see...
Oh, Hades. Okay, that is a bit unreasonable. On a whiffed shot. And his days are numbered here. He will still somehow find Toshi before getting taken down. It's a man advantage with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining on the clock for ENCE. Is Hades really going to opt to take this duel? Because if he falls, it's untradeable. Look at how deep Snappy's pushing to ramp as well. MOUZ are getting funneled in towards the upper bomb site here, Vince.
Yeah, they're getting manipulated and misdirected into an area where they're not going to be favorites to win these duels at all. And Hades playing with his food. HE could be there to greet him, could do a bit of damage, and indeed, it just chips him away. He's down to 70 now. But when you have Spinks up on the vents, Hades outside, and aggressive positions being maintained from the likes of Snappy, this does not bode well for MOUZ. 40 seconds left. They do have smokes, mollies, and flashes at their disposal, but I'm not sure they're going to get a chance to really get any kind of use out of them here, because the second the A site is called, Snappy has such a fast rotation. They have 2 players in separate angles of aggression as well to fend off this push. A molly tossed onto the Squeaky with a HE as well, but Frozen has got a very important entry alongside Dexter. This is where Madden's position could be so huge. Do they even go in for this check? The flash is out. Madden sprays in for 1 and a second as well. 10 seconds to play with and keeps himself alive. Dexter has to force his way into this round. And with 5 seconds to play with, it won't be happening. Madden has played this one perfectly, as have ENCE. They will take us to Overpass.
USPs and Kevlar. Heavy stack. And look at the aggression from Dexter. The IGL getting a lot of information, and that's going to allow MOUZ to keep 4 players here stacked towards B.
Yeah, that is huge. There's going to be a ton of utility, though, tossed onto the site. Flashes, mollies, smokes, everything you could really ask for, but it's Torsi that knocks the bomb down first and foremost. DEIXA straight back. They still have water control right now. The bomb is going to be planted down by the weakened player of Madden, and successfully so. That rotation now coming to the forefront. It will be Dexter. He needs to have some impact. He needs to try and draw away some fire from that water contingent. And he's done just that. He's bided enough time to allow Frozen to get in position and maybe strike down. But with Frozen going down to the hands of Madden, it now falls all upon Dexter. 38 HP to his name. And no kit. Has to tickle a bomb. Hope that Snappy gets overzealous on this peak, but it won't be coming to fruition. Even if Dexter lands a crazy one tap, there's not enough time. There's no way forward. Nice effort from Dexter. Though, speaking of the man, he's going to move into connect up, and he does take down the head. That's such a cheeky smoke, and he gets 2.
There we go. take his name, and he delivers. Dexter, though, he gets a little too overeager. His feet getting spotted at the edge of the smoke. And he will be found out. Oh, JDC, this should be a free kill. This should be a free kill. Sphinx not expecting the push. And now the 2 versus 4. Madden leading the charge. Gonna clear out this A bomb site, but is all by his lonesome.
Great entry, though. Make that 2. Madden putting this round into close proximity for ENCE. They're going to also get the bomb plant down. Madden just making sure they're not getting flanked in. So, bomb confirmed and secured. JDC and BMAS both moving up together from lower. And neither of the T's are looking there just yet. But now that the smokes are starting to fade, that will change. Between the 2 of them, they have a kit and they have a little bit of utility, but there is also a Molotov and a HE at the disposal of the T's. Plus on the cross, they will have this. Trajectory of the grenade gives their positions away, and Hades removes the head of BMAS, removes JDC, and executes what remains of MOUZ again. 6. There is no more room for error.
Torzy. Oh, the missed shot there. And Dexter, trying to be cheeky, he's going to find Sphinx. He's got his bodyguard in the form of Torzy to hold the angle. His days could be numbered. The flashbang comes out of it. Hades holding the line, times the shot, and Dexter will fall. Torzy doing a smart thing by backpedaling away. They got the man advantage. There's no need to throw it away.
Flash does force Torzy back. But he is joined by Frozen. Already players darting their way towards the site. There's grenades. There's going to be some flashes as well tossed in. A very short lead, imagine, on the truck. Try and deal with this AWP. And now they're coming in with the AKs. They know a second player is there, but Frozen's going to snatch away 2 lives. And that could be the determining factor. Said that someone else had to stand tall. Maybe that man will be Frozen. Maybe he can be the hero they so desperately require. We've already seen some crazy comebacks today. In the meanwhile, though, they double peek Hades. He tries to flick across, and it will be MOUZ.
There's no even need for a Bogdan slot to come into play because he is the AWPer. You just stick around in the back line. JDC needs to be careful. He's been spotted. Diha peppering away, but JDC, great recovery, great double kill. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for MOUZ. But the hit is coming in towards Monster.
It's coming in quickly as well, and the smokes and flashes that precede that push. They also have a 3rd player on short. Spinks round the side, having a lot more impact now. But JDC with an integral, vital kill that not just drops the bomb down, but isolates the players from one another and gives the advantage back to MOUZ. Spinks has no idea. He's about to get swept in from water, and that will be Torzy showing his hand. Hades now with 25 seconds. Thinking better of this decision. And I like this call for 2 reasons. One, the chance of clutching on 10 HP is pretty much 0. But additionally, he knows they don't have an AWP in play, or has a very good idea they don't have an AWP. It's not just his death. If he dies, he also just gift wraps an AWP across to the CTs and just makes their economy boom that little bit more.
Huge round from JDC though. Like he's had a pretty
Bomb dropped out on Monster, Smoke and Molotov. So now seem to be panicking a little bit early on with so much time left on the clock, but BMAS with the wide swing. D-How is also tagged up through the wooden panels. Dexter has a chance. Spinks gets tagged up, falls back into the smoke. This is well played by MOUZ so far. They're picking and trying to puncture these players before they get into position, but Hades is now removed the head of Dexter, and Torzy has been heard. And Madden is on the prowl. He wants to hunt down this AWP. Big frag onto BMAS. Torzy, though, will hold himself alive just a little bit longer, but it's just picking one by one. ENCE are getting entries and applying the pressure that much more on the B site, where Frozen is all alone. Now joined by Torzy. Headshot does connect, but it's not enough for the kill. And now Torzy in a 1-on-3. He'll hear that the dink came through onto Snappy. So 9 HP left, whipping up that USP, but Snappy still deals with him, still removes his head. And
no trade possible. Torzy, though, he could find him, but they're not giving him anything. There we go. D-Ho will fall. Snappy not quick enough to get the trade, but he's going to run around the corner, and Torzy, good for 2. But in the meantime, Sphinx, he gets him through the wall bang. A kill through the smoke first, and then the wall bang. Sphinx doesn't even need any vision, Vince. And now we're down to the 2v2.
I think Torsi's going to facepalm for two reasons. One, he just got wallbang, but also, man, he stayed in that Molotov for so long. I don't think Spinks gets the frag through the wooden panels if it weren't for the fact that Torsi just lost like 60 or 70 of his hit points on a molly that was behind him on the site that he didn't even need to move into. But now Dexter has a chance to be the hero, flashes through, and that will deny any chance for Dexter to have impact. Frozen now comes through on Graffiti, but he is gonna go down the same way.
Team in the previous round, Dexter did manage to take him down with his back turned. Diha waiting for the smoke to blue. Started to fade away, rather. Looking to clear out the angle, but Dexter is a different angle this time around, and he is once again going to come out on top.
Yeah, a bit top heavy as well for Dexter, though. At one point, he was 9-3. I remember saying the rest of his team was covered by him. That has definitely changed around now. He slowed down a little bit over these last few rounds. But you can't expect him to have all the impact as he decides to get aggressive, moves around to the T side of Korn, gets punished. ENCE just seem to have a sixth sense tingling all the time as to where their opposition resides. And now Snappy's moving up. He knows a player to his left, but he actually decides to have a quick check of barrels, and that will cause his fate to be sealed. Madden, in the meanwhile, although he's made moves up on long, does not have the bomb under control. And with 11 HP, it feels as though MOUZ are going to secure a third round in the half. Unlikely to be good enough, but at least it's something if they can get their hands on the pistol. And that's a big if.
Yeah, this one's done. 15 seconds. Not much Madden can do from this position. But yeah, the classic cliche of the pistol round is important, Vince. See what MOUZ do, though. All 5 members grouping up. Looks like it's going to be a fast hit coming in towards B, but 4 CT's lie in wait.
Diha noticing multiple players pushing down. They're going to line up for him. Only the one kill, though, but Snappy is there to help him out with the Julies. Gets traded out very quickly. Hades has been dinked in amongst the smoke as well, but Torsi's going to bypass him. Get on the frag. Still, Hades in the smoke, going to show his hand. Comes in with one, but it's going to be falling down instantly afterwards. MOUZ pick up the pistol. The scout, Deagles, pistols in play, and aggression up on the long side. This does completely vacate connector control, however. But if they can peek at the right time, there are a couple of T's here laid in wait, one of which is frozen round the corner, and Spinks removes him. That's 2 kills, and that's 2 potential upgrades on weapons as well.
There's no one nearby to dissuade ENCE from picking up this rifle, so now the hit has to come in towards B, but Madden's waiting at the edge of the smoke. And that's rotation as well. Oh, Snappy tapping away. Madden, footsteps heard. He's gonna find one and a second. It's all in Bemis. It's all gone wrong, Vince. It has gone so terribly wrong for MOUZ.
Oh, no. Not even a kill. Nothing in return. And now all those weapons traded up. You've got AKs, you've got Galils. And BMAS may be able to finish off a weakened Madden, but he's also being baited from the backside, and Snappy finishes him off. But it really...
So there's no need to be over aggressive. There's no need to get too over eager.
He's deciding to push in now. Oh, this timing, man. He could get round the back of them. He could slip his way behind all 5 players, especially now that they've been spotted, and Spinks is putting them down. Hades shows his hand with the A1. The A4, I should say. And it is, well, more of the same. Let's be honest. It's more of a massacre. There is no real way of contesting back for MOUZ. They've called tactical timeouts. Hasn't worked. They've tried aggression. Hasn't worked. They've tried to play slow. Hasn't worked. They have been absolutely outclassed, outgunned, outaimed across the board. This has been every bit as one-sided as the scoreline would suggest. Need them to pull off this 2v3 or they are done in this match, and ENCE have punched their way into the playoffs. Watching down on the monster side, M4 spray is good. Madden spotting last player. Big headshot. Great result in the end. They had their slips, they had their slides, but ultimately they showed their class in the end.